Good morning. My name is Don Hadley, president of Applied Vision Works, and I wanted to follow up with you on two videos we did the last month or so. One was Waffle House at 3 a.m. The other one was about the Babe Ruth mindset. And that kind of led me back based on some of the comments y'all made, as well as my 36, 35 years ago in business. Somebody told me if you're talking to somebody and they're negative, could be an employee, could be a vendor supplier, could be a customer, you don't want them negative. You need to get them to move this way. And so some of the things that I would do is, well, what's good about this? I'm hearing all the problems, all the bad, what's good? And I find a lot of times I can get people to shift this way. Sometimes I have to do the reverse when they're negative, say, well, what's the worst case? If this just goes to hell in a handbasket, what's the worst case that'll happen? And in a way, sometimes pushing them here will then bring them back here, because I can say, well, what do we do to prevent that? What can get around it? The advice wasn't just about negative people. It was also about positive people. People that are completely positive. Oh, we're going to make it work. Da, 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 da. They may not be thinking through enough of the obstacles or problems, and that's a problem. And so we need to kind of change that thinking. So this might be where we say, well, what are the biggest challenges to achieving this? We'll ask questions, getting them to be more realistic. And so you're trying to kind of shift them this way. So a lot of times I find COVID, the election, some of the economic problems going on now, people have had a tendency to go all one way, all another, or take the view of the solution all the way one way or another. The other part of advice I was given, the third piece, was that basically, bottom line, is you want to spend about 20% of your time on what's the worst case, what are the obstacles, what are the problems, playing devil's advocate. 80% of the time, you want to invest in what's the big home run, how do we measure that, what do we do to make that happen, what are the most critical 2 or 3, 4 factors to making that happen, what are our next steps. So a lot of times if I get what I consider the best thinking, the best feeling, about 20% of the time and energy is negative, just trying to protect and make sure we've got a floor under stuff. But 80% of it's about making it happen and doing it stronger, broader, longer, deeper, faster. So I want to share this with you because I think too often we talk about glass half full, half empty. That's not the issue. I can refill the glass. The glass is beautiful. There's a lot of perspectives around it, but it is about handling both sides. But to me, it's not 50-50. It's not one, it's not the other. Use the 80-20 rule, and I think you'll find if you teach that to your teams, people around you, life is a lot more fun. You're a lot more effective and productive. Thank you for your time.